What's up, beautiful people? Welcome back to my channel. So yes, as you can see, today is the beginning of our Halloween adventure. This is my first Halloween look for 2019. It's a very rainbow, intense skull kind of look with the rainbow eyes, the rainbow teeth, and all that fun jazz. I wanted to do something very reminiscent of my previous looks, but like a better, more blown up glam version of them, if you know what I mean. Because this is like my third skull look that I've probably much done in my career on YouTube, and so I wanted to do it again, but a little bit more with my element now in 2019. So of course, I'm really loving the way this whole look came out. So if you want to see how I did this really fun glam skull today, but not only that, we're also going to be using and doing a first impression on the ABH Norvina Volume 2 palette, which is of course what I have on my eyes and on my little teeth decal right here. So also, if you want to see how I use this palette, what the real teas on the product, what I think of it, and all that fun jazz, and also how I got this really fun, intense look, then keep on watching. As you can see, I have nothing on this face. It's time to go in with the eye primer first, of course. As you can see, I'm looking a little rough. I'm breaking out. I cut myself shaving, which is not fun either. And I have a little ulcer under my tongue, which is probably due to stress. But you know what? We're going to push past it and try to go in with this look. So, of course, I'm going to be playing with the new ABH Norvina Collection Volume 2 eyeshadow palette. Of course, the outside packaging is absolutely stunning. The inside is so beautiful, and the colors in here are beautiful, bright, in your face, blues, greens, yellows, pinks, etc. And I'm super excited about playing with this palette today. Of course, let's go in with some ANASTASIA eye primer first before we go in with anything on these eyes. Of course, I need a good little eye base to make these pigments pop even more. Eyes are primed. I'm going to go in with some fun colors, of course. I really don't know what kind of color scheme, except for, of course, blues that I want to go in with today. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to probably do like a blue, maybe a tealy blue pop kind of color eye. So I'm going to go in with the shade B5 to get started. I'm actually just going to pack it on with a Morphe M434 brush and just pack it on in the outer corner all the way towards the inner corner and just kind of get a nice little blend. I decided to add a little pop in the inner portion of the eye. So I'm going to go in with the shade B3 right here, which is like a nice bright greeny, almost limey kind of color. And I'm just going to pop that onto inner corner, mixing into the middle with the shade B5 on a Morphe M503 brush. I just want to make it a little bit more fun here in the inner portion of the eye. So I'm going to go in with the shade A2 right here, which is like a nice lime neon yellowy kind of color. I'm just going to take it on the same Morphe M503 brush and pack it over top of the shade B3. I decided just to take the A2 all the way across the crease, so I'm just going to go back in with that shade on an M503 brush and just blend this into the B5 and the B3. Now we're getting a good little blend right here. I'm going to go in with the shade C4, which is like a nice like navy deeper kind of blue, but not like too dark. I am going to take it on the Morphe M434 brush again and just kind of pack it over top of the shade B5. As you can see, I cut my crease. It is time to go in with some shadow, of course, because why the hell not? I am still trying to decide on what kind of color I want to go in on the lid. I was thinking about doing pink because of course it's really bright in your face, but I also realized that I have done a lot of pink, but I also have done a lot of yellow too. So like every palette that I've used recently that has like the rainbow colors, I keep gravitating towards those colors. So I really have no idea. You know what? I might just do both. So I'm going to go in with the shade D4 and D3 right here. And I'm going to take it on a Morphe M124 brush and just pack it into the inner corner with the shade D4 and blend it out with the shade D3. And then I'm going to blend it out with a darker shade later on. Seriously don't know why I am so gagged right now. Like, we all know that these shadows are going to be bomb. We already know that this formulation is going to be great. So, like, I don't know why I'm so shocked. I guess it's just because it's so freaking good and the shadows are so blendable and pigmented. Like, I'm just obsessed. So now I'm just applying a little bit more of the D4 and just kind of blending the two shades together as much as possible. Almost like a tie-dye ombre kind of effect. but I'm really enjoying how this is looking so far. But I am going to, of course, do a darker color on the outer corner. Got this fun little tie-dye effect going on right now. I'm going to go in with the shade D5 right here, which is like a nice deep, almost like a navy color. I'm going to go on the outer corner with an M434 brush and just pack it on, mixing it a little bit with the D3 and all that fun jazz to get a nice little effect. Now that the eyes are pretty much blended to as good as possible, I'm going to throw on some foundation, concealer, and some powder, and probably some cream contour as well because it's not a part of this video. I'll go do that, and I'll be right back to finish off these eyes and the rest of the face with you guys. Okay, so now the base is pretty much on. I threw on the MAC Studio Fix foundation. I'm using the Magic Star concealer in C3, I believe. I'm also using the ANASTASIA setting powder, and I'm also using the Milk Baked Contour Bronzing Stick. So now I'm going to go in with the lower lash line, of course. I'm pretty much just going to go in with the same kind of color scheme I did on the upper lid and everything. I'm definitely going to use the shade B5. I'm probably going to throw on the shade D5 on the outer corner. I'm probably just going to do like the blues kind of thing going on down there. Maybe mix it with a little bit of A2. I'm not exactly sure yet. But I'm going to take it on a Morphe Jeffree Star JS12 brush and just blend it onto the lower lash line. Okay, so now it is time for some inner corner highlight because of course the brow bone is kind of already taken. I'm going to go in with the shade C1 right here, which is like a nice shimmery golden champagne kind of color. I'm going to take it on a wet Morphe M213 brush and pack it on the inner corner. Now that the eyes are pretty much done, I'm going to throw on some mascara, some lashes, and some brows, of course, and I'll get right back to you for the rest of this look. Okay, so now my eyes are done, my brows are on. I'm using the ANASTASIA Dip Brow in medium brown, and I'm also wearing Extra from Batty Bee lashes. So now it is time to go in with the rest of this face. It is not going to be a normal face, you guys, today, because of course it is Halloween season. I wanted to go neon on the eyes and play with a palette that I haven't personally played with yet, which is of course the Norvina Volume 2, but I really want to go in with something really fun on the face. I always do a skull for Halloween every year, I feel like. And you know what? Every year I want to change it. It's very easy for me to do them, but at the same time I always want to add that to my repertoire of different looks because you know what? Skulls are fun, they're easy, and it's really great to do for every day if you want to do like an everyday Halloween thing. So today I'm going to be using the Makeup Revolution SFX Face Paint palette right here, which of course has a lot of beautiful colors inside of here as well. I'm definitely going to be using that white and that black more than likely, but I am going to be using it with a Morphe M250-1 brush. I am going to use the white first to kind of get that little layout of how I want everything to be, and then I of course will use the black over top and try to get a nice cohesive blend. So of course I have a face chart of what a skull is supposed to look like. I also have some references on Instagram as well, so I'm just going to kind of draw out where everything needs to be, how it's going to look, etc., and make sure everything is nice and blended. So of course let's start off with the white just to get a nice little line going. Now that we kind of got a little bit of an outline going on, I'm going to go in of course with the teeth portion, which of course can be very difficult or not really if you just kind of give yourself a little bit of time in between. So of course same thing, going in with the cream palette with the Morphe M250-1. I know it looks crazy right now, but thankfully this is just a free-handed kind of thing going on. Of course, I'm going to go in with the black cream paint now. I'm going to use it on a Morphe M421 brush and just kind of go around and on and just kind of going in and blending everything together. I'm also going to use a Morphe Jeffree Star JS14 little liner brush as well for this look, just to kind of make sure everything is blended and cohesive. I am trying to make it not look super perfect, obviously, because it really is not going to be perfect, but I'm also going to make it look as cute and as creepy and as fun as possible. Add some shape back into this look, so of course I'm going to go back in with the white, and I'm going to try to kind of whiten out the teeth areas, of course, with the 250-1 brush again, and just kind of get a nice little blend with the black. Of course, I am not finished with this look, not by a long shot. So as you can see, we're getting some shape to here right now. It's looking good so far. I am of course going to go back in with the ANASTASIA Norvina palette because this is not going to be a regular skull. This is definitely going to be a neon skull. So I'm trying to decide on what colors I want to put into the teeth area. But as you can see too, everything is not cleaned up properly yet. I will get there, don't worry about it. I'm probably going to take a liquid liner to clean everything up, and of course clean up the creaminess of everything right here, so don't worry about it. I'm going to go in with probably D2, D3, D4, and B5, which are of course all these beautiful bright shades. Let's start with B5. I'm just going to take it on a Makeup Revolution cute little sprinkle brush and just pack it on top of the white. Okay, so I have all the colors put on right now. I'm going to go throw on some liquid liner and some cleaning up of some lines really quick. And I'll be right back to finish off this entire look with you guys. Okay, so we're almost done. As you can see, I got most of the lines cleaned up. So now I'm going to go in with some highlight. I'm going to go in with some Diamond Wet from Jeffree Star Cosmetics on these cheeks because we want to look extra glowy. Because, I mean, come on now. It's not Halloween unless we glow just a little bit. And this is the perfect highlighter for this time of the year and year round, really. So here you have it, you guys. This is the final look for this rainbow glam skull, pretty much. Of course, I have my hair slicked back because I really wanted to make this face the focal point and not have my hair in the way. But of course, I am really happy with the way that this whole look came out. It definitely was a long process. I mean, I'm like 4 or 5 hours later from the start of this video, but honestly, I'm really liking the way that this skull is looking. It's looking cute. It's looking nice and fun. I was going to add like little stones and stuff like that to this look, but I was like, you know what? Let's just give it its moment. I will be doing stones a little bit later on for a different look coming up in the near future. And also, really quick, I'm going to give you guys my final thoughts on the Norvina Collection Volume 2 palette because, of course, this is a first impression of this palette. Now, of course, I have the Volume 1 and I also bought the Volume 3 as well, which I'll be doing a look with a little later. But, of course, the palette is stunning. It's $60 for this bright, beautiful, every color you can think of kind of palette, and the pigmentation was great, the blendability was great, there was no issues with any of the shades. The only shade I had any really issue with would probably be C4, but it's one of those unique bluish teal kind of colors that does sometimes have a little interesting way of trying to blend. It did not blend beautifully over top of B5, but that's okay because it did blend later on down the line, and when I added D5 over top, it definitely started blending perfectly. I'm really liking this palette, and honestly, of course, added it to my collection. I just had to have it, but I will be doing a Volume 3 look as well. Probably not a Halloween look, but I really wanted to switch it up a little bit and do something a little more fun. So, of course, this is my first Halloween look of 2019, and I plan on doing a lot more very soon. I have some really fun, insane ideas for you guys very soon for that as well. So, anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this fun video. Make sure you thumbs it up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys in the very near future. Love you. Bye.